All right, we are back for another deep dive into the AI news cycle.
Always exciting to see what's new in the AI world.
Well, we've got a whole stack of fresh articles and research here ready to unpack everything that happened in AI as of February 22nd, 2025.
Let's jump right in. Where do we start?
First stop, China. An AI startup called DeepSeek is making some serious noise. They've developed a chatbot that's getting some impressive results.
I saw that. And what's really interesting is the cost. They managed to build this thing with a fraction of the resources that the big AI companies usually spend.
It really makes you wonder what could happen if cutting-edge AI wasn't just for the tech giants. Imagine smaller companies, researchers, even just everyday people having access to these tools. What would you create if the cost barrier was suddenly gone?
It's a fascinating thought, right? It could completely change who gets to participate in the AI revolution.
Absolutely. Like leveling the playing field. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and DeepSeek is already facing some scrutiny.
Ah, yes, the privacy concerns. It's a familiar story these days. They've already had to pause app downloads in South Korea while they work things out with regulators.
It seems like every time a new AI tool emerges, those anxieties about data privacy and security pop right back up.
It's a tough issue. There are definitely concerns about potential access to user data by the Chinese government.
Which sparks that whole debate about open source development versus national security.
Exactly. Open source can accelerate progress, but it also raises those tough questions about who gets access to sensitive technology. How do you strike that balance between being open and staying secure in such a rapidly evolving field?
That's the million-dollar question, I guess. It's something that policymakers, researchers, and companies are all going to have to grapple with.
And while DeepSeek is trying to figure all that out, Elon Musk is off doing what Elon Musk does best.
Making headlines.
Right.
And his XAI venture just launched their new AI model, Grok 3. They're already saying it's better than both OpenAI and DeepSeek.
It's an interesting one. Grok 3 has real-time access to information through X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Imagine an AI that's constantly learning and updating based on everything happening on X.
So it's like an AI that's always plugged into the current conversation, the trends, the news. Is that the future of knowledge access?
It could be. Musk is even talking about a new search engine powered by Grok 3 called Deep Search. Naturally, he says it's going to be the Google killer.
Bold claim, but knowing Musk, I wouldn't be surprised if he at least shakes things up a bit.
And he's already hinting at more features. A voice assistant is apparently in the works.
Never a dull moment with Elon Musk.
That's for sure. But this whole thing with Grok 3 raises some big questions, too. This constant push for faster development. It's exciting, but is it always responsible, especially with something as powerful as AI?
It's like they're walking a tightrope, balancing that need for speed with the need to not break everything.
You said it, and that seems to be the theme these days. When we look at AI, it's everywhere, and it's changing everything.
Okay, let's zoom out for a minute and look at the bigger picture. This week's news really shows how AI is popping up in every industry imaginable.
It's no longer just for the tech world. It's in healthcare, finance, retail, manufacturing, you name it.
Microsoft, for example, is working on an AI tool that can control robots.
And that brings up all sorts of questions.
Right. Are we heading towards a world where robots are making their own decisions, acting without human intervention? That's some serious sci-fi stuff.
But it's not just science fiction anymore. It's something we have to think about. The potential benefits are huge.
Absolutely. Imagine robots doing dangerous jobs or exploring places humans can't go.
But what about the risks? What if something goes wrong? What if the AI makes a bad call?
It's a lot to consider. And it's not just about the technology itself. It's about what it means for us as a society. What does it mean to live in a world with intelligent machines?
It's a philosophical question as much as a technological one.
And it's just one of many that AI is forcing us to confront.
It's fascinating to see how AI is not only being applied to various industries, but also evolving in its capabilities.
Absolutely. One trend that really stands out is the development of these AI agents.
AI agents, they're like AI programs designed to act independently, make decisions, even interact with the world around them. It's a big step beyond just analyzing data or generating text.
So instead of just crunching numbers or writing poems, these agents can actually take action in the real world.
Exactly. And we're seeing this across various sectors. Microsoft's Magma, for instance, it's an AI model that can control a whole robot, process information from different sources to complete complex tasks.
It's like robots are becoming more independent, adapting to changing situations, learning from their experiences. That's a pretty significant leap.
It is, and it brings up some interesting questions about the future of work. Imagine AI agents managing intricate systems, handling logistics, even conducting scientific experiments.
It's mind-blowing. But honestly, it's a bit unsettling, too. Makes you wonder which jobs might be completely automated in the future. What happens to the people who rely on those jobs?
It's a valid concern. As AI agents become more skilled, it's crucial to think about the impact on the workforce. We need to start figuring out how to retrain and prepare people for the jobs of the future.
So instead of fearing AI, we need to adapt to it, find the opportunities it presents, while acknowledging the potential disruptions it might cause.
Exactly. And adaptation is going to be crucial because the pace of AI development isn't slowing down. We're seeing AI agents not only controlling robots, but also designing things.
Designing things, what do you mean?
Well, researchers used AI to design a microchip. And get this, it outperformed human designed chips. What's even crazier is that they don't fully understand how the AI did it.
So the AI made a better chip than humans could, and we don't even know how. It's like magic. It's almost a little creepy, isn't it?
It's intriguing, isn't it? It's what we call black box AI. The inner workings of these systems are sometimes opaque, even to the people who created them.
It's like working with a brilliant partner who's also a bit of a mystery. You see the amazing results, but the process is a bit unclear.
Exactly, and that raises questions about trust and accountability. If we don't fully grasp how an AI system works, can we really trust it to make big decisions, especially those that could significantly impact our lives?
That's a debate that's going to get more intense as AI gets more powerful and intertwined with our systems. We need to find ways to balance the incredible potential of AI with the need for transparency and ethical oversight.
Absolutely. It's like exploring uncharted territory with incredible opportunities and potential pitfalls around every corner. We need to be cautious, but also curious.
Speaking of caution, it's important to remember the limitations of AI, like that law firm that had their AI cite fake cases.
Right. It's a good reminder that AI isn't a magic wand. It's a tool that needs to be used carefully and strategically. We can't just throw it at a problem and expect it to magically solve everything.
It's about understanding its strengths and its weaknesses, using it thoughtfully, and with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Precisely. It's not just about hallucinations. Either AI systems can be prone to errors, biases, and even malicious attacks. We need to be aware of these risks and develop safeguards to mitigate them.
It's like with any powerful technology, you need to know how to use it correctly and always consider the potential consequences.
Absolutely. And speaking of powerful technologies, did you catch the news about the RTX 5090 GPUs? Some were accidentally shipped with missing components critical for graphics processing.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a reminder that even the most cutting-edge technology can have flaws and vulnerabilities.
We need strong testing and quality control measures to prevent these issues from turning into major problems.
It's a never-ending challenge. As technology evolves, so do the potential risks and weaknesses.
It's a constant back and forth, but it's also what making this field so dynamic and exciting. We're constantly pushing the limits of what's possible while also learning from our mistakes and striving to improve.
It's like a grand experiment playing out in real time. And we're all part of it, whether we realize it or not. So let's talk about some of the players in this experiment. We've discussed DeepSeek and XAI, but what about other companies that are shaping the AI landscape?
One company that grabbed my attention is Kangrade. They've created an AI co-pilot named Jules, designed to tackle diversity, equity, and inclusion challenges in hiring and talent management.
That's interesting, especially considering the concern about AI bias we discussed earlier. How does this Jules actually work?
Jules analyzes data from Kangrade's talent assessments to provide insights on things like candidate suitability, their potential for growth, and how to improve performance. The aim is to help HR teams make hiring decisions that are more objective and fair.
So it's like having an AI assistant to identify and potentially reduce biases in the hiring process.
Exactly, but even AI systems can reflect biases present in the data they're trained on.
So it's not a perfect solution, but it seems like a positive step. And it shows how AI can be used to address these complex social issues.
It's a powerful example of AI's potential for good. It also underlines the need for careful design implementation and oversight.
We can't just throw AI at a problem and expect it to miraculously fix everything. We need to be thoughtful and strategic in how we use this technology.
Precisely. And we need to be aware of the potential consequences, both good and bad.
Speaking of potential consequences, let's talk about another area where AI is becoming more prominent: customer support.
It's the rise of chatbots, virtual assistants, and all those automated customer service agents. It's a rapidly growing field with companies increasingly turning to AI to handle routine customer queries and provide instant support.
And it makes sense, right? AI-powered customer support can be beneficial for both businesses and customers. It can boost efficiency, cut costs, and be available 24/7.
Absolutely, but there are downsides too. We don't want to lose the human touch in customer service. Sometimes you really need a real person to help with complex issues or provide a more personalized experience.
It's about finding that balance between automation and human interaction.
Exactly. The key is to use AI for simple, repetitive tasks, allowing human agents to focus on more complex issues that require empathy, creativity, and problem-solving skills.
So it's not about replacing humans entirely, it's about using AI to enhance the customer experience.
Precisely. And speaking of enhancing experiences, let's delve into another fascinating area of AI development, multimodal AI.
Multimodal AI, what is that exactly?
It refers to AI systems that are trained to understand and generate various types of content like text, images, audio, and video.
So instead of just being good at one thing like writing or creating images, these AI systems can work with multiple forms of information at the same time.
Exactly. Imagine an AI that can see, hear, speak, and write all at once.
Wow. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's actually happening.
It is. We're already seeing examples of multimodal AI. For example, Microsoft has been exploring an AI model called Muse that can generate game environments, mechanics, and actions.
That's impressive. So AI isn't just playing games, it's creating them now. What does that mean for the future of game development?
It has the potential to completely transform the industry, making it faster, easier, and more accessible to develop games. And it's not just about gaming. Multimodal AI could revolutionize various fields from education and healthcare to manufacturing and design.
It seems like we're just beginning to explore the possibilities of this technology.
We are. It's an exciting time to be following the progress of AI. Every day brings new breakthroughs, new applications, and new challenges.
It's a rapidly evolving field pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It's a journey filled with both promise and potential risks.
And as we continue this journey, we need to address a common concern that often arises when discussing AI, the fear of job displacement.
The age-old question, will robots take our jobs? It's a valid worry. As AI becomes more capable, many people are concerned about their jobs being automated.
It's important to acknowledge that AI is already automating some tasks previously done by humans, and as it continues to advance, it's likely that more jobs will be impacted.
So it's not just a fear, it's a reality we need to prepare for.
It is, but it's crucial to remember that AI is also creating new jobs.
So it's not solely about job losses, it's about job creation as well.
Precisely. The key is to adapt and acquire skills that will be in demand in the future.
So we should embrace AI and prepare ourselves for the new opportunities it brings instead of resisting it.
Exactly. We need to focus on education training and upskilling the workforce for the jobs of the future.
What kind of skills are we talking about?
Technical skills are important, of course, things like data science, software engineering, and AI development. But it's not just about technical skills.
What else is essential?
We also need to develop those uniquely human qualities that AI can't replicate: empathy, compassion, intuition, and the ability to connect with others on an emotional level. These skills will become increasingly valuable in a world where AI automates many routine tasks.
So it's about being both technically proficient and human.
Exactly. The future belongs to those who can embrace change, adapt to new technologies, and use AI to enhance their own ability.
It's not about humans versus AI, it's about humans and AI working together to create a better future.
Well said. And as we work towards that future, it's critical to consider the ethical implications of AI.
AI has incredible potential to benefit humanity, but it can also be misused. It's crucial to develop AI in a way that aligns with our values and use it responsibly.
Absolutely. We need to think carefully about potential consequences and ensure that AI is used for good. This includes addressing issues like fairness, transparency, accountability, and privacy.
It's a lot to think about, but these conversations are crucial. We need to have them now before AI becomes so advanced that it's beyond our control.
Exactly. The time for ethical reflection is now. We need to establish clear guidelines and regulations for AI development and use. We also need a global dialogue about the role of AI in our lives.
It's a shared responsibility requiring collaboration and a common vision for a better future.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up this segment, let's appreciate the incredible progress AI has already made. It's truly remarkable how far we've come in such a short time.
It is. And it's exciting to imagine what the future holds. AI has the potential to address some of humanity's biggest challenges and create a world where everyone can thrive.
It's a future worth striving for, and a future we can build together by approaching AI with wisdom, compassion, and a commitment to the common good.
And speaking of commitment to the common good, let's talk about one of the most inspiring stories in AI this week, the use of AI to preserve and revitalize endangered languages.
I read about that researchers are using AI to create digital archives of these languages, develop language learning tools, and even create AI-powered chatbots that can speak these languages.
It's incredible. It's like using AI to give a voice to those who might otherwise be forgotten. It's technology bridging cultural divides and promoting understanding.
A perfect example of AI's potential for good.
It reminds us that when used thoughtfully and ethically, technology can be a powerful force for positive change in the world.
Absolutely. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about another area where AI is making a positive impact: healthcare.
Healthcare and well-being, how is AI changing things there?
AI is being used to diagnose diseases, personalize treatments, and develop new drugs. It's assisting doctors in making more accurate diagnoses, identifying potential health risks earlier, and creating more effective treatment plans.
It sounds like AI is becoming a vital tool in the battle against disease.
It is. For instance, AI is being used to develop new cancer treatments, tailor therapies for patients with chronic illnesses, and even anticipate outbreaks of infectious diseases.
It sounds like a healthcare revolution.
It is, and it's not just about treating diseases. AI is also being used to enhance the overall patient experience.
How so?
AI-powered chatbots can answer patient questions, schedule appointments, and even provide medication reminders.
It's like having a personal healthcare assistant available around the clock.
Precisely, and it goes beyond convenience. AI can also help to reduce medical errors and improve patient safety.
That's amazing. AI seems to be transforming healthcare for the better.
It is, and we're just at the beginning. As AI technology progresses, we can expect to see even more innovative applications in healthcare.
It's an incredible time to witness this technological revolution unfold before our eyes.
And it's up to us to ensure that this revolution leads to a better future for everyone.
Absolutely. Now let's zoom in on some specific AI developments that have been making headlines. One of the biggest is the rise of DeepSeek, that Chinese AI startup making waves.
DeepSeek has been turning heads with their impressive chatbot, achieving remarkable results despite being developed with surprisingly low costs. It's drawing comparisons to OpenAI's ChatGPT.
And DeepSeek's success isn't just about the technology, it has geopolitical implications too. China's emergence as an AI superpower is challenging the dominance of the U.S., sparking a global race for AI supremacy.
This race could reshape the global order. It's not just about technology. AI is becoming crucial for economic competitiveness, national security, and even cultural influence.
It's fascinating and a bit unsettling. It makes you wonder what the world will be like in 10 or 20 years when AI is even more integrated into our lives.
It's difficult to predict the future with certainty, but one thing is clear: AI is here to stay, and it's going to significantly impact every aspect of human society. It's our responsibility to shape this future in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Well said. Now, another development getting a lot of attention is the release of Elon Musk's Grok 3 AI model.
Grok 3 has been making headlines because of claims that it outperforms both OpenAI and DeepSeek in early testing. Musk is highlighting its real-time access to information through X, formerly Twitter, as a major advantage. It allows Grok 3 to stay up to date on current events, which is crucial for an AI. It's like having an AI that's always learning and evolving.
That's a powerful concept, and knowing Musk, he's not stopping there. They're also working on Deep Search, a next-generation search engine powered by Grok 3. Is this the Google killer Musk has been talking about?
It's too soon to know for sure. Google has a huge advantage in terms of data and infrastructure, but Musk has a history of disrupting established industries, so it's unwise to underestimate him. The key will be whether Grok 3 can deliver those more accurate and context-aware search results as promised.
And of course, Musk is pushing for rapid development with Grok 3. It's being released as a beta with daily updates, and he's already hinting at a voice assistant feature in the future. This fast-paced approach can be exciting, but also potentially risky.
That's right. Rapid iteration can lead to quick improvements, but it can also cause instability and raise concerns. XAI needs to balance speed with responsibility, especially with something as powerful as AI.
It seems like there's a lot of pressure to move fast and break things in the AI world, but sometimes a slower, more cautious approach might be better.
Finding that balance is key.
Let's shift focus from the big names like DeepSeek and XAI. This week's news really highlights how AI is becoming a part of practical every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely. We're seeing AI being implemented in a wide range of industries, from retail and manufacturing to healthcare and education. It's not just confined to research labs or Silicon Valley startups. It's becoming woven into the fabric of our world.
Take Microsoft, for example. They're working on an AI tool to control robots.
And that opens up a whole new set of questions.
Are we heading towards a world where robots are truly autonomous, making decisions and taking actions without any human input? It's like something out of a science fiction movie.
But it's becoming more of a reality. We have to start thinking about the implications. The potential benefits are enormous.
Imagine robots doing dangerous jobs or exploring places that are inaccessible to humans.
But we all have to consider the risks. What if a robot malfunctions? What if the AI controlling it makes a wrong decision?
It's a lot to think about, and it goes beyond the technology itself. It's about how we as a society will adapt to living in a world with intelligent machines.
It's as much a philosophical question as a technological one.
And it's just one of many complex issues that AI is forcing us to confront.
It's really striking how, throughout this entire deep dive into the AI news, we keep seeing the same pattern, this back and forth between excitement and caution.
You're right. It's like we're constantly swinging between AI is going to change everything for the better, and wait a minute, are we creating something we can't control?
And that's why these conversations are so important. We need to get past the hype and the fear-mongering, really dig into the details and talk about both the good and the bad, the potential and the risks of AI.
It's about finding that middle ground between blind faith and being so scared we don't do anything.
Exactly. We need a smart and realistic approach to AI, recognizing its power, but also understanding its limits.
Speaking of limits, one thing that really stood out to me this week is just how many AI tools and platforms are being launched. It seems like every day there's a new AI-powered this or AI-driven that. It's hard to keep up.
It's true, the AI market is growing incredibly fast, which is great for innovation, but it can be overwhelming for users. How do you even know which tools are worth your time? Which ones are just hype?
Exactly. And it's not just about the tools themselves, it's also about whether people have the skills to use these tools effectively. Are we doing enough to educate people about AI, to make sure everyone can understand and use it?
That's the key question. And the answer is honestly a bit complicated. We need to make AI education a priority, not just for tech people, but for everyone.
So it's about making knowledge about AI accessible to everyone, no matter what their background is or what they do for a living.
Exactly. We need to give people the tools to understand how AI works, how to use it responsibly and ethically, and how it might affect their lives.
It's about making sure everyone can participate in the AI revolution, not just as bystanders, but as informed and active participants.
Precisely. And that brings us back to those ethical considerations which are so crucial. We need to make sure that as AI develops, it's developed in a way that reflects our values.
It's about making sure AI reflects our best qualities, not our worst impulses.
Absolutely. Fairness, transparency, accountability, and privacy, these all have to be top priorities in AI development.
It's a big challenge, but we can't ignore it.
You're absolutely right. The stakes are incredibly high. We're talking about the future of humanity.
But amidst all these challenges and concerns, there are also some really hopeful signs, stories that show how AI can be used to make a real difference in the world. Did you see that story about how AI is being used to help preserve endangered languages?
It's amazing, isn't it? Researchers are using AI to create digital records of these languages, to develop tools that can help people learn them, and even to create AI chatbots that can speak them.
It's like giving a voice to communities and cultures that might otherwise disappear. It's using technology to bridge divides and create understanding.
A perfect example of the good that AI can do.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI, what's the key message for our listeners?
I'd say this AI isn't some far-off, futuristic thing. It's here right now, and it's already changing the world in big ways. We need to engage with it thoughtfully, critically, and with a sense of responsibility.
We need to stay informed, ask questions, challenge assumptions, and demand that AI be developed and used ethically.
The future of AI isn't set in stone. We're creating it right now, and we all have a role to play in shaping it.
So let's move forward into that future with both courage and wisdom, embracing the incredible possibilities while also being aware of the potential risks.
Let's use the power of AI to build a world that's more just equitable and sustainable for everyone.
That's a vision worth fighting for. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the AI news. We'll be back next week with more insights and discussions about the future of this incredible technology. Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and keep exploring.
See you next time.